That's because it's hot outside. Stuff like that happens. Was that live? Are we live?
Yes, we're live. Welcome to Points of Magic. This is our 4th episode. I'm Carlos Silva, talking with you here from Aventura, north of Miami-Dade County. I'm not alone, but I have to bring something. I did not prepare a video because actually I was trying to prepare a video and it was so creepy that I couldn't use it. But I'm a big fan of Cats, that musical, and in Cats we do have the magical Mr. Mistopheles. But here in Points of Magic, we have the magical, mystical Mr. Jason Canap.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, buddy, I swear to God, I was preparing the video. But, Cats is so strange sometimes that... Yeah. So
I'm not a cat.
Yeah. No, and then magical Mr. Mistopheles and you, it was not a good feat, just for the speech.
I had a dream about a cat yesterday. That was weird.
I would tell you a story about a cat. Right after we say, well, first of all, hello, buddy. Hello,
buddy.
That's
right. We got.
Yeah, hello, buddy. How are you?
I'm better now. It's good to see.
It has been a crazy, intense week for you and for me, I think.
It has been a week. It's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks, and I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you
too. I'm glad we can be with each other virtually.
Yeah.
For this little,
but for you guys to understand, the last time I think that I spoke with Jason with time, it was the last Point of Magic because it's been crazy.
Oh, no, that's not true.
No, we do. Oh, no, we did have a call. Yeah, an hour and a half call.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You timed it.
Yeah.
He says, buddy,
we've
been talking for an hour and a half, and I think that's more than anyone can really take. So I think it's time for me to be going.
But, buddy, before I say good evening to everybody, and there's a lot of people showing it, but one thing, I cannot show the comments because I'm grounded. I did something really bad and wrong a few weeks ago, so I'm not supposed to.
Well, first and foremost, a big happy Monday to Greg Dykes, who sent a little treat. Now, Carlos,
thank you.
I don't know if you're monitoring the YouTubes or not, Carlos.
No.
But if you're not, so you can't see the special things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
I'm seeing from the chat. I think you are seeing. Thank Greg. But there's something I have to tell you. You know that my wife was traveling to UK and the day that we were supposed to do Points of Magic, that was a kind of it was last week. Suddenly we're not doing, and I said to you, well, really good, because I need to get the flower, the house ready for her because she was there during her birthday. So I wanted, I wanted to wait her with a cake, with flowers. So I went to the flower shop. Okay. And there's a beautiful flower shop here in Aventura.
Michelle might be watching this. Now the expectations are going to change.
Now it is a beautiful place. And I was there, and actually they are owned by a nice, Russian family. They're always happy there, and then suddenly I was there, and I felt something in my hand, but like that, someone pounding like it. When I looked, there was this beautiful cat, a blue cat. They know those blue Russian cats. Beautiful. He was like almost like saying. Almost like saying, I'm here. I looked to the cat, and the cat looked to me with this beautiful green eyes, and then went just close to me. And, buddy,
was his name Azrael?
Her name was Lola.
No. Was she a showgirl?
No. Just for you guys to remember, Lola was the name of my dog that passed away last year. So and the two Russian girls that worked there, they just looking to me and say, "What happened?" They said, "Well, this cat doesn't like people." Okay, we got ready.
I don't know. I hope everyone's settled in for a nice 3-hour presentation.
Buddy,
we have
good night to everybody. Let's say good night. You can see
don't say that. everybody thinks you're leaving then.
No,
Do they
no.
think
Good
this is
evening,
over?
good evening, good evening. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's okay.
good evening. It is to Megan, to Kevin, to Butch.
Oh, are you saying you're saying hi to everybody? Okay, this
Yeah.
is the moment. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
To
I'm with
Marla,
you.
to
Why
Carrie.
you're so sad. You're like romper room. And
No,
I can
because
see
it's the way
Carrie,
I'm.
and I can see Colton, and I can see Caleb, and I can see you.
Yes, I did. Hello, hello, hello there. Yeah. There's Chris. There's Wendy. Karen here. Oh, by the way, Caleb, thank you for sharing the story in your Instagram. Thank you. Catherine, Zach Brown. Zach, stay close, stay put, because there's something for you tonight.
Oh,
There's two things.
two things.
Yeah, there's another Zach. There's another Zach.
There's another Zach. Believe it or not.
Andrew is here, buddy. Andrew, how are you, my friend?
Oh, thank goodness Andrew's here. Some reinforcements. Did you say hi to Jody or Karen?
Jody to Colton. I think Tom McMillan is here. My friend Tom, how are you?
Tom
Valerie
is
is here too.
And Wendy,
Lisa, everybody's here.
Jimmy, who should be here by now. Swoop is with us as well.
Oh, really? Marcos is here. Our buddy Marcos is here too.
What?
Yes, Marcos Volvo is here. Patricia is here. Thank you, Patricia. Michelle is here.
I told you. I'm gonna get in trouble.
I sent the videos, the Pedro's videos to Michelle and Patricia too.
Oh, did you? Marla, great to see you too.
Jody, everybody's here. Thank you. Hello.
Kevin. I know we're gonna miss saying hi to people, but it is what it is.
Yes. Joseph, everybody's here. Thank you.
And Greg, thank you for doing it.
Yeah, thank you, Greg.
Thank you for doing a thing.
Buddy.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yes.
Let's start. We have to move on. Okay.
We got a lot to cover. Yeah.
And one thing I noticed, we have to, for this segment, we don't have an video entrance.
No, this is it. You ready? I got one made for you. You ready?
Yeah.
There it is. That's it.
Oh,
this is it. It was before, and now it's now.
So, it's fast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's real fast.
Okay.
It's real fast.
Buddy, let's talk about some news. There's some news to cover, and I think we need to discuss briefly.
I know you're going to go in some weird random order too, so I'm going to
No.
Okay.
No, it's not in the same order of the document, but
I know. Why would it be? I mean, that would be silly.
First one. Are you ready? Watch the screen, because you're supposed to read it.
Okay.
Let's go, buddy.
Oh, the hat. There's not really much to say about this one.
There's a lot. It's an amazing new.
Well, okay. It's the hat box. It's the hat box ghost that is definitely coming to the Magic Kingdom. It is. There's been some teasing of this coming. Like, we don't know. We don't have a date. However, it's probably going to need to happen before they start the not so scary Halloween parties.
Yep.
In August, because it would kind of be weird if you had to close down Haunted Mansion to during the Halloween season, which of course begins like next week.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. They have to close it. I hope they close it.
I mean, it's brief, probably, but that whole section, they put it in. I don't know where they're going to. Are they going to put it in the same spot? Like when you come out of the attic, and then it's there.
That's the point.
Spoiler alert for anyone.
That's the point. Let's see what's going to happen. You know one thing. Our friend Josh promised that in the D23 in
his somewhere over the rainbow speech. Yes.
Yeah, and during that presentation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one, buddy.
Oh, well, this is it. The Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is returning. In case you were worried, it's back at the Magic Kingdom starting on August 11th. Okay, so not next week, but August 11th. It runs through the fall, whatever that means. It's a limited, of course, for those who aren't aware of this, it's a limited capacity nighttime event that features shorter attraction wait times, themed food, themed beverages, all the things, special parades, all the stuff. Tickets are available to guests of select Walt Disney World Resort hotels from April 27th and to all guests beginning May 2nd.
Ooh.
So there you are.
There's something that I
What were
have
you
to.
just? I missed what you were showing before.
I was showing
Is that all the dates?
the
Oh, yeah, so
dates with the
small.
prices.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's different. Yeah, okay.
Dates with the
Yeah.
prices here, and it started August 11. But one thing that I have to mention
Cheap
here,
one, the
that
109.
one thing I cannot miss is related to the last new piece of news. Marcos is saying, wouldn't that make it 1,000 ghosts? Yes, he's totally right. There's
Well,
room
no, because there's that
for
one that went home with you, Marcus.
no, but or did they want it? There's probably one ghost that will get the boot probably.
Oh, get the
And
boot.
it probably is it's part of the layoffs that are happening.
Too soon. Hashtag too soon.
They got one of the ghosts. Okay.
They did say it's entertainment. That's right. They did say.
Yeah. And sad news from that today, but let's go to
Yeah.
good news.
Yeah, a lot of good people. Oh, this is exciting. I mean, I was worried at first when I saw this. Of course, is the announcement that Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground is getting an upgrade to their cabins. These are adding new Disney Vacation Club cabins, and that is pretty exciting. I was a little worried that it was going to be a complete. I don't know. I was afraid that these were going to be new, and this was going to replace the area that was supposed to be developed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was worried about that.
No,
but no, it's not gonna. I don't think that's
no,
gonna happen.
and people
Did you see them? They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful. People are talking about that is DVC is controlling Fort Wilderness. No, they're gonna take care of the cabins, and one thing is true. Those cabins needed some care, and
there's 350 new standalone cabins. 350 new. So I've heard that they're replacing the old ones, but this I don't know. The way I read this is 350 new standalone Disney Vacation Club cabins. So I don't know. They said they're updated cabins, so that makes me think that they're maybe replacing the old cabins. In any event, they accommodate 6 guests. Be aware there's still only one bathroom. So for those of you who are using multiple bathrooms, just be aware of that. And there's going to be many. There's going to be, at least I shouldn't say many. There's going to be some that are dog friendly, which is very important.
And one thing, buddy, the problem with the cabins, the actual cabins, the ones, is that they were usually really dark. There was a lack of windows, so they're correcting pretty well. You see a lot.
Cool.
I think it's beautiful. Okay,
I need one of these in my backyard for my in-laws.
Yeah. But what basically they are is the same thing as the old ones are. They are shipping containers that they adapt.
Wait, are you talking about my in-laws or about the cabins?
No, the cabins. Okay.
Yeah.
They're
so these are the old shipping containers?
Yes.
I stayed in a shipping container on our when we moved from California to here to Disney. We stayed in a shipping, not the whole time. It wasn't that kind of trip. But we stayed in a shipping container one night. Where was it? Somewhere. It was in Texas. Maybe it was right near the Texas port. Anyway, yeah, it was interesting.
So, but that's what basically those cabins are. They were adapt shipping containers, and they're gonna use the same thing. And I like the way they're doing this. Beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. And they say they are going to be debuting in 2024, or as in Disney speak, that is practically 2025.
Yes, it's going to be more than a year from now, I think. Yeah.
And it's technically, so this is technically the 17th Disney Vacation Club resort. So they're actually calling this, so this is turning Fort Wilderness into
DVC?
a vacation. Yes. I think like just let that sink in for a second. The new DVC cabins are set to debut in 2024 as the 17th Disney Vacation Club resort.
I don't know if you're gonna divide the part because there's a
no, I won't divide. I don't think they'll divide it probably, but they'll have certain amenities that have to be built, kind of around that experience. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Well, in addition, one more thing. Sorry, they're expanding the dining experience at Trails End.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked. I don't know. We haven't really talked about that. There's been talk about that. So that's also gonna. I don't know what the timeline for that is either. But this makes me wonder whether, if this is the 17th Disney Vacation Club resort, does that mean this is coming in? Is this getting in before the Polynesian? No, because that's technically, I guess that just counts as the existing
Yeah,
DVC resort,
yeah.
doesn't it? That's not a new one because we don't have a
Uh,
date on that, right?
no, we don't have a date to that. But one thing is important. They're also mentioning that they're not only building the cabins, but they also they're gonna have a new pool, and
What?
a swimming pool. Okay,
Yeah.
and and a new in trails, and they're gonna do like walking trails around it. So they're gonna do special landscaping. It's going to be nice.
You know what? I'd like to see reopen the trail between Fort Wilderness and Wilderness
Wilderness
Lodge.
Lodge, yes,
Yeah, that used to
yes,
be a lovely, lovely little walk you could do, and
yes, yes.
now you get her. No, they don't like it. They
It's
sent out
called
Hannah.
it's the Bigfoot Trail. Yeah,
Big, big foot.
yeah, yeah. Well, buddy, let's go to the next one.
Okay. Oh, the merch. We're going to talk about the merch. So this is in celebration, of course, of Disney's Animal Kingdom 25th anniversary, and there's some cool stuff. There is, let's see. They're having new meet and greets that are coming out. They have new flotillas, and then they have the exclusive merchandise, some of which is kind of interesting. So there's this anniversary collection of pins, clothing, accessories, Tree of Life inspired Loungefly bag. I think that's what we have up on the screen right here. There's going to be, okay, you ready for this? I don't know if you have a pic of this or not.
And I
There's a-
only have
There's
those.
okay, there's a Pumbaa popcorn bucket
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw it.
that's going to be
Yesterday.
release.
Yeah.
You saw it
No,
yesterday?
yes, I already saw. Actually, it was released, and you know who has that? Orlando has it.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah, I mean, my feeling is this: look, if you're gonna have a Pumbaa popcorn bucket, enjoy your Hakuna Matata. Just remember, if a family member is enjoying this Pumbaa bucket, you might want to stand downwind. Happens to be a warthog with a reputation, people.
Yes, yes,
Gotta
a
be
terrible reputation. Yeah.
well careful with that.
Yes. Let's go to the next one, and this is major news.
Oh yes. So this is big. I mean, this has been this has been out for a bit now, but the piece that annual passes have now once again been made available. You can now give Disney your money, and so this is a big deal. But the virtual queue that was in place, where people were basically stuck in like purgatory in this electronic purgatory like situation, that virtual queue is now gone, and from what I heard, you can just get right in.
Yeah.
It's really for everybody. I think people were afraid they were going to run out, that there was going to be limited number of annual passes available. And
I was still expecting that.
then
I'm so
everybody,
surprised with it.
and then people, they queued up electronically for hours and hours, and then once the virtual queue was gone, apparently it was just like, whoop, you could just do it.
I wish we could do that to other places, to Destination D23 or other things that I tried for so hard, or even for the race is the same thing, the marathon.
Oh, I know the poor people who are paying money to be chased. Yeah.
Yeah. But I hate one is that the D23 experience, that you wait for a lot for something, and then you get to the queue, you see that little guy walking, and then when it's your time, it's over.
Mm-hmm. So as of yesterday, all 4 annual passes are still available.
Good.
All 4 annual passes are still available for people who want to do that. And I think it's still a good deal.
It is a good deal. It is a good deal. And
I mean, when you think about it, when you look at how much it will cost when we go to Disneyland, for example, what's going to cost for us to go for a day. Or 2 days, it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Yes, yeah. You're right. One thing that I have to mention to you guys, that the next one is for the first time ever. For the first time ever, we're gonna be talking about that dark place.
The dark. Are you really gonna make me do this?
Yes, here the dark place in the other side of the
Well,
road.
as a point of comparison, I think it's important that we talk about
Yes,
this.
yeah,
So, or Universal Orlando, dun, 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 increased their annual pass price, and it kind of narrowed the gap between the
yes.
two. Some people may actually think Disney World is a kind of a deal in comparison. So, Florida residents, this is for Universal, Florida residents now pay $529 for the preferred pass and $789 for the premier pass. Out of state pass holders pay $629 and $904.99. You can round up to $630 and $905. So yes, it's still cheaper than Walt Disney World's Incredipass, which is $13.99.
But buddy,
But
now.
I got to tell you, I had a conversation with a member of our community who will go unnamed. Maybe they're here tonight,
Hmm?
and if they want to out themselves, they can. But they went to Universal recently with their family. We had a very long discussion about this during our comfy chair call on Saturday, and they detailed their experience at Universal. And this is I'm not. Universal is a fun place to go to, and I love Harry Potter. I love what they've done there.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a stark contrast between that experience
Oh yes.
and Disney experience. You and I have talked about it before. I've talked to other people about it. I've experienced it firsthand. And, you just really can't compare
No way.
the the value. It's just a different product. And I wish that people didn't allow these things to occupy the same part of their brain, like when they're making the calculation.
I don't know how it was in English because I'm hearing the phrase in Portuguese. But you remember that show, the dinosaur show, that dinosaur family.
Oh, I love that show. Yeah.
And you have that baby saying, "It's not mama, it's not,
Not the
mama,
mama. Not the mama."
Yes, that's what everything. Every time that I get inside the Universal Park, that's what I start hearing. It's not. I'm totally out of the place here. So but it's one thing that I bring to you that I think could be a risky move to Universal is that I could tell that in the past you could have people that could have both annual passes, and both Disney and Universal. It cannot happen anymore that much, I don't think.
It's expensive.
So it's really
It is
expensive. So that was a risky, bold move. Let's see what's going to happen. Because it is still kind of half of the price, but it used to be a third.
Yes, right.
So
right.
It is both. It is both.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to the last one. And the last one, it is something that will affect me a lot, and I'm so happy about that. But Brightline, Florida,
yes.
the Orlando station was unveiled. It's open. The service is already running here in South Florida since 2018. I already had the pleasure and to have the amazing experience to enjoy the services. It is amazing. It's not. Don't think about it as a way of transportation. It is a experience. Not only the train service, the services in the train, but also all the stations, everything that they're doing that, and they also unveil that. They're gonna start selling the tickets for the Orlando and Miami trip, the travel starting May. They did not give the date, and they said that it's May to buy for future dates. So,
okay,
it is a little bit shady. Where it is
how much? Do we have pricing or anything yet?
Yes. So for the trips, they're gonna have 16 trips for each leg. So 16 trips leaving in Orlando and 60 trips leaving Miami. Okay. The first one that leaves from Orlando will be at 5 a.m. and prices will vary according to the trip and according to the classes, the class that you choose. But the smart class, which is the economic one, is starting with $79, and the premium class is starting with $149. Okay, but
Which
also
is, how much you spend at the travel station on your drive to Miami?
No, I think you cannot go in a kind of. But the good thing is that they
You
they
flew with my kids, and they're like,
yeah,
snacks.
oh yeah. They're unveiling another thing that they will have a family bundle ticket, a family of 4, that it will be $199. So
That's not bad.
that is not bad. They will have trips. They will stop in the stations. There's in the way from Orlando to Miami. There is the station in West Palm Beach, station in Boca Raton, and a station in Fort Lauderdale. The beautiful station here in Aventura, right next to me here, and then Miami. But if there will be some trips that will be non-stop from Orlando to Miami. Those trips will take 2 hours and 59 minutes. Okay, that's
that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty interesting. And buddy, that opens up a whole thing for me, because what I'm starting to consider is that, because just for you to have an idea, this station is 7 minutes from me here to get to the station.
The Ponto station, the Ponto station.
To Aventura station is that get. For me now, I'm adding another airport to my travel planning, because for me to consider Orlando as an option for flights, yes, for sure, even flights to Europe or flights to South America, yes,
and vice versa, actually too, because there's some routes that you can't take from Orlando that you can take from Miami. Marcus asked a question that I was actually wanting to ask too, and which is, does Brightline get you close to the cruise terminal?
Yes. Well, the current Brightline main station in Miami is something like less than 10 minutes from the cruise port. Okay.
By car, 10 minutes by car.
Yeah, by car.
You're not going to be dragging your luggage.
And there's a special service from Brightline for you to take you to that station, but there is
a shuttle.
Yes, a shuttle. Yes, and also, but there is also one thing: they are planning to build a Brightline station next to the cruise port.
Oh, so, go over the bridge or something? Like, really?
It goes under the water.
Under the water.
Yeah, because there's a tunnel that was built.
Like that's right. That's right. You go into the tunnel and then you go. Yeah.
Yes,
like a dolphin.
Yes, Flipper. Imagine we already have the song. His name is Flipper.
Flipper. That's it.
But buddy, yeah.
No one else knows that show. You realize they were the only 2 old farts here who know that reference.
I think there's a lot of people here. I asked for the audience, and they do know what we're talking about.
Means something different.
But there's that Brightline is amazing. It's great news. I'm really happy with that. And pretty soon I have to. I hope I'll be testing the trip from Miami from Aventura.
Come down. We're gonna have dinner.
Yes, and then the first one leaves Miami around 6:50 a.m. and the last one is 9:45 p.m. leaving Miami. Okay. So it's amazing. It's great.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about parking.
No.
I like this.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, is that it?
Do
you want to
Yeah, do what? What?
I don't know. I
don't
know if you wanted to make a new transition or not.
Yes, there's a transition because for
this one there's a transition.
And you have that song that you cannot forget for ages. So let's go. So let's go to our local jams. Oh,
I just wish it kept going a little longer, though.
Now that song gonna be stuck now. This local gems is so special. That drove us to build. The whole segment will be the whole show,
right?
Because it developed in a discussion so rich, and I hope that everybody enjoyed it. But the it is it's not that it's a local gem, because we're gonna talk someplace here in
It is.
Miami.
It's a whole bunch of local gems
Yes, that's a
and some tarnished gems.
so we're gonna be talking, and it became pretty famous. It's not that it's a secret, a hot spot here. Everybody knows. But in Miami, there's a place called Wynwood, okay, which is a neighborhood. And if people if people are familiar with Miami's, map, and think about the following. Here you have the Port of Miami that we were talking about, okay, downtown area here. And a little bit further north, here, right here, it is Wynwood. And this area used to be actually where they used to have old warehouses. Warehouses for, but not old, don't think about the ancient ones. Think about those ugly square with no.
We don't mean those cute and ancient ones. We mean
no,
those.
no, with the bricks. No, that was charming. There was those ugly empty walls, no windows, and only a door, warehouses in a really, really bad neighborhood. That was nobody could walk there. Even driving during the day would be kind of thrilling and dangerous.
Thrilling.
Yeah. And something like 15 years ago, actually a family that we know that is related to our school, they started changing it, buying those warehouses and shifting that to art studios, and Wynwood became this place that everybody goes now, because you have the walls that are painted, and where the place where everything started in the neighborhood is a place that we call Wynwood walls, but the walls are everywhere now, blocks and blocks, but there's a specific, like, now I want to say it's like a museum. It's almost like an attraction that you start there, but you go everywhere and you see. So let's take a walk in Wynwood now, and this place. This place is lovely, and you're gonna really enjoy it. So let's go to Wynwood.
Let's go. Trolley.
Okay. So, buddy,
That's amazing.
it is.
That's really okay. I have thoughts.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, number one, you got to take me there.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need to eat and we need to shop.
That's the point. A lot of shops, and a lot of restaurants. Yeah,
there was even like a greenhouse there, maybe a florist or something that was really cool. Number two, chance of me getting lost in that place when I was a kid, 100%. No, because I would, without a doubt, have on purpose left my family thinking that, I can make my way back to this spot. And then I'm in a maze. It looks like a maze. It looks like you could just wander around or wander and wander and wander and wander. Now I would love that. I'd be terrified as a kid, but I would love it now. So there's that.
It's a little bit of a sensory overload. There's a lot of colors and graffiti. You have to like that.
Yeah, but yes, there's graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
But some of that stuff, I mean, if you consider Return of the Jedi graffiti, or that whale, that giant whale, I mean, this is amazing, beautiful art.
It's beautiful art, and you have many art galleries. And I'm not of a type of an art person. I'm usually much more to music, not to, but I'm not design art, not like painting art. So that is, and also it is busy. It's lively even during the day.
You look real busy then. When did you film that?
It was during a week morning, which is cool. But during the weekends, it's
packed.
It's packed.
So we need to go on a weekday. Is what you're saying? I need to take the Brightline train down to Miami. You're going to pick me up, and then or to Aventura. Where would you pick me up? In Miami or Aventura?
I'll pick it up in Aventura. Yeah, we could take a walk around,
do a little thing, and then they take me. Oh, I love that idea. Yes. Oh, I have a third point though.
Yes.
My third point is I'm a little irritated.
Why?
Because I see all these walls and these beautiful, gorgeous things that they did on them, and what a missed opportunity that was for Epcot.
Yes.
When you think about like what they could have done.
Yes.
In that sea of walls, I mean, to let some artists in to just do their thing, students or whatever, it would have been gorgeous. It would have been gorgeous.
And one thing, what they did, and I know as I told you, we know the family that started that, is that when they started to say, well, let's have those walls painted, they start to bring artists, graffiti artists all over the world. There's people from Brazil, there are people from Japan, there are people from India, from France, from everywhere. Okay, and every single wall you have a little plaque with the name of the artist, the name of. So it's not only random. It's beautiful.
It's an exhibit. It's an exhibit.
It's an exhibit.
This is not the same as your urban graffiti that's not really supposed to be on the building. And cities are really smart to create these areas for people to come in and do their thing. And I know that's not going to prevent graffiti from happening where you don't want it to happen.
But before jumping to that part, I need to stay a little bit more in Wynwood for two things. And we mentioned about restaurants, okay? And there's one thing about the restaurants in Wynwood. There's several good ones, but there's a specific place, which is not actually a restaurant, which is a bakery. Okay.
Oh, it got my attention.
And there's a guy, a really nice guy called Zack. Zack Stern. Zack is from a really beautiful Orthodox Jewish family, and when he graduated in biochemistry in university, he decided that instead of jumping to the first job, he said, "No, I will travel around the world to study ancient arts of preparing food." And he studied how to make bread in the most ancient way, classical ways, with old fermentation, things like that. And he has his baker now. Zack
does he make sourdough?
I would love the
sourdough's gotta be
the country sourdough. The country sourdough that he does. It is unbelievable. Zack the Baker.
You're coming up here.
Zack the Baker. We call him Zack the Baker. Zack the Baker now is the sole provider the most of the best restaurants in Miami use Zach's breads
Bread.
and recipes. He's an amazing guy. The only bad thing is that due to his religion, he's pretty strict on that. So you're not gonna see the bakery open during the weekends because he closes
Oh, yeah,
for Shabbat and doesn't open after
Monday
that.
again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only to Monday. But let me just
That's
take
all
you
right.
quickly.
Weekdays,
It's,
we're gonna
it's
go
a
there in the morning.
simple, beautiful place because he has his factory along with the bakery. It is not beautiful, but take a
What
look.
does it smell like?
You almost will smell it right now. Take a look. So Zach is
That's all.
amazing. It is one thing.
Awesome.
I sent you a video that you didn't watch because Zach did
He did.
yeah
Well,
a series of videos in Europe when he
I'll
was.
post it. We'll post. I'll share that. I'll share it out. We'll share it.
It is beautiful. It is Zach visiting
Not
a
and
place
just
in
not-
Modena. No, Zach the Baker visiting a place in Modena, Italy that do balsamic vinegar. It is beautiful, and this whole proposal, the way that he hires people and the social work that he does in the area, Zach is one of the nicest guys in Miami, and I have to give all the props.
sourdough. And Zach, nice guy Zach Brown says sourdough with hummus, Jason. So
yes.
Zach and I, what we did when we were in California, we sat down and basically had essentially a meal of. I mean, we got the sourdough loaf, and we didn't have any utensils. We just tore it apart and ate it like cavemen. Just and dipped in the hummus. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I want some now. I need some now.
But buddy, and talking about
Yeah.
Zach, so we mentioned the Wynwood walls, we mentioned the Wynwood restaurants, and Zack the Baker as with the food. But the stores, there are so many amazing stores. But there's one particular store that I think about our buddy Zach. Every time I go there, I remember Zach. Zach, our nice guy, Zach Brown. The name of the store is Walt Grace Vintage.
Wow.
And what they sell vintage cars with guitars.
What?
They have cars and guitars. It is
The cars, not cars with guitars. It's
no
cars
the
and
cars,
guitar.
or you buy
a car and a.
or you buy a car or you buy a guitar. But
Would you like a guitar with that?
yeah, but they're even cars with guitars. Let's take a quick walk in Walt Grace, so just for Zach. Isn't that
What is this place? So they don't sell the cars or the guitars. It's like a museum.
no?
But it's like
you
cafe.
It's also a cafe. You can buy the cars. You can buy the guitars.
Really?
Yes, yes.
It's so weird.
It is great. It's great. This is one of the most visited places in Wynwood, and I already saw, and it was not only once, many times people buy the cars.
It's like I have a black and white, and I'm sorry, no, flat white rather, and throw in I throw in the car.
It is amazing.
I'll take it to go.
It is one of my favorite places. Me and Pedro, we go often there, and we go.
Okay.
And also there are places that you can pick up the guitars and try it. There's
No Stairway to Heaven.
little rooms you can play it. So it's fun. It's really fun. I have to take Zack there. Not Zack the Baker. Zack Brown.
He's gonna take you to the little room.
Yeah.
Please,
But that's
Stairway to Heaven.
That's Wynwood, buddy, and the whole thing about Wynwood, started we started to talk about, and me and Jason to think about other places that we had that revitalization process, and places, some places in town that were forgotten or were bad places, were just unused or abandoned, and then people, and then with some good creativity and efforts, they transform the place. So there is old examples. I will not say old, but they're not so recent, like Ghirardelli in San Francisco, which is was an old factory that they transformed. Okay,
It was the factory, and then
Yes.
and it wasn't, but it's kind of derelict area on the waterfront there. Yeah.
And then if you go to New York, the whole High Line, which
High
is,
Line, yeah, I want to do that.
oh, it is amazing.
Have you done it
Yes, many times.
without
buddy.
me? Many
Many
times. This is
Yeah,
rubbing it in.
because my brother lives there, so sometimes every time I go there, and I'm going in June there, and I love this place. The Highland is amazing. It's long. You can walk for a long time. It is great. The whole idea, and
Yeah.
and just when we, like weeks ago, when we visited Atlanta, we got the opportunity to visit the Pound City Market, which is the same thing. The whole idea, they redid it. They gutted everything inside, and now you have restaurants, shops, and things there. It is beautiful. And next to it, the same thing in Atlanta. Next to it, you have the Beltline, which is what they did is they took the train line and then almost like the High Line in New York. But
Yeah, I was going to say, like in New York.
but it's a huge area that you can walk around and do like that.
So wait, the Beltline, is it it's right? Is it right next to the other?
Yes, and you start to walk in the Beltline from the, well, you can start from the Pound City Market, but it goes far, really far. It's great. In Lisbon, there's a place, and talking about, and you don't need to go through high scales and high revitalization, but there's a place called, it was a old city market, public market, that time out from England redid it, and it's now a food hall. So when you used to have those booths in the market, now you have where you buy the food, and in the middle of that you have the tables for you to sit. It is one of the best food halls that I ever went to. Is great. Okay,
I know you love your food halls. Your food halls.
And yes, we do have, and after this was the first time out. The first time out that they did was in Lisbon, and I know that they did in other ones, and they also have one here in Miami, which is in a modern building. It's not in an old place, but it is also good. And let's go, and then
this is where we could go. We got to be very careful time wise here, because we could go down a long, deep rabbit hole.
Yeah, we're starting the connection. Then there's two special places. One is the Inner Harbor of Baltimore.
That's right. Which was an old dock, part of the port of Baltimore, and in the late 70s was redeveloped to what's now known as the Inner Harbor area. Was wildly successful revitalization effort that brought in the National Aquarium and all sorts of other things, entertainment venues, restaurants, and so forth. And there's a science center there. It's 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 not like it was. It's not like it was, even just 15 years ago or so. It needs a little TLC.
Mm-hmm.
From Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? But for 35 years, it stood as a testament to what good urban revitalization could kind of be, what it could do for urban, sort of urban decay. And this was led by the Rouse Company, of course, named for Jim
Would
Rouse.
also, yes, who also did this play.
Faneuil Hall in Boston, which I have
Yeah.
not been. I've been to Boston. I haven't been to Faneuil Hall though.
I've
Have you been to
there.
Faneuil Hall?
Yeah, I've been to Faneuil
Yeah.
Hall, and
It's also a Rouse project
yes,
in the 70s.
And so then Jason is talking about James House, which is he was like an architect, urbanist, developer. How can we call him?
He was a developer. I mean, he was an urban developer.
Yeah.
He's like I said, we could go down a long, deep rabbit hole about this. But James Rouse from Maryland, he developed what is known as Columbia, Maryland, which is a planned community about halfway between Baltimore and DC. I don't know if people realize he is the grandfather of Edward Norton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people don't know that, but he really inspired a lot of developers, Struver Brothers, Eccles and Rouse, in Baltimore, and who have really they've sort of built their businesses on these urban revitalization projects where they'll go into parts of urban areas that are kind of just wear-worn, old business districts and so forth, warehouse districts, and using usually a combination of private money, state and local money for development. Sometimes universities and even church organizations get involved in these revitalization efforts, and they'll just completely retransform the area into these amazing places, these markets, these town centers.
Usually seeking an entertainment concept.
That's the thing. Well, it's like it's this unified vision of entertainment, restaurants, shopping. It's places where they're destinations, but they're also places where people kind of live. They're mixed use. In Baltimore, there was a project up in the Belvedere Square area in North Baltimore that was a fantastic success in terms of the revitalization project. Is still going strong. Mm-hmm. Some restaurants come and go, but that's how it is.
Yes,
but there you have
happen a lot in that.
You have the university, Loyola University is represented there. They have a clinical space where they do work. There's some wonderful florists and bakeries, and it's just the wine shop there was where I first had my favorite gin. It's like
really
amazing. Oh yeah, it's incredible. I'll send you a link. Here's the thing, though. What I didn't realize is that Jim Rouse is not just a philosophical connection to Disney, because the more you read about him, the more you realize, like, okay, these principles of design and these ideas about places that are alive, that are family friendly, that are attractive as sort of like you said, entertainment venues, but also places to live and work and be with your family. There's a lot of this stuff that's in common with what Walt wanted and what his ethos was about in terms of design. And there was influence for sure that Walt had on Jim Rouse. He said as much in some interviews, and speaking about Disneyland and how it was just he said Disneyland, I'm paraphrasing, Disneyland was like this wonderful example of urban design and purpose driven design. And he loved the fact that Walt had such an incredible attention to detail, and then that along with the family values and the purpose-driven intent there, that was something that permeated through the company. And you know what place inspired him in a big way. Jim Rouse, I'm talking about, but also Walt.
Which one?
Tivoli.
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 Tivoli in Copenhagen.
They were both lovers of Tivoli because they were these park-like settings in an urban center that did charge for entry, but a very low threshold charge. So that allowed, you to do certain things, and then you could have concerts and attractions and so forth. But that's where they kind of diverge, right? That's where Jim Rouse and the Walt Disney Company, they kind of diverge in terms of what you do next. And that's important because in the 80s, 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times they came together and almost did a project. That is the Rouse Company and Walt Disney Company. Project in Chicago, a project in Texas, and a project in Burbank, which we can provide some links to some articles because we could talk about this for hours.
Yes.
But it's so cool that they finally did end up sort of working on a project together because Jim Rouse was an official advisor on Pleasure Island. So it's just incredible, and you don't really think about Pleasure Island being, I don't know. I don't usually think about Pleasure Island that redevelopment being kind of an urban revitalization effort, but it really kind of was in the Disney sense in terms of what do we do with this land? What do we do with this piece of property? What do we do with this?
Remember, because that was an area that was trying to be rethinked and
Trying to do something. Yeah.
They're trying to bring it in a way, and it's so much nurture in the accents of that area that we're gonna talk about later in a few minutes about Disney Springs. But Pleasure Island, the work they and look the.
Oh, yeah, that's your favorite.
I needed to bring this picture here, and I don't know how much you enjoyed Pleasure Island, but I had a great
Only
time.
A couple times to go there. Well, I love Pleasure Islands. I love the Adventures Club, of course.
Yeah,
that was my favorite. I could have just gone there and nowhere else.
Yeah,
Michelle always wanted to go dancing or something. I'm like,
mannequins.
The music's great, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but you know one thing, what I loved of Pleasure Island was every day was New Year's Day, New Year's Eve.
Yes, outside in that big stage, and it was like big New Year's. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But once I was there for the real New Year's Eve, and it was a Duran Duran concert.
It was actually like Simon and
no, Duran Duran. The Duran Duran was playing there for New Year's. For the real New Year's, it was actually the real one, so it was amazing. Yeah. But buddy, that the whole thing with Pleasure Island, and when we go to Disney Springs, do you know the story behind Disney Springs? I think no. Do you know there is a story?
The backstory behind Disney Springs?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us the backstory of Disney Springs?
Well, Disney Springs was a city here in Florida with amazing springs. So you have the bottling company that was doing the springs, and you had the airport, you had the energy station, and you have the planetary, and you had everything. But the whole city, for some reasons, it went quiet for a while, and then was totally revitalized to a shopping and entertainment area. So they brought the whole concept.
I know it is like art imitating life. Like it
yes.
I mean, it was a revitalization, right? I mean, when you took away Pleasure Island, and then of course the west side, and then Marketplace, and then they kind of revitalize this area, but they do it in a way that makes it look like, oh no, it was an urban revitalization project.
It was a retrofit or something that never happened.
It's this Imagineer urban revitalization, and it's great. And you know that they dusted off those documents from Chicago and Texas and Burbank, and without a doubt, we have those pictures. I don't know, we don't have them to show right now, but we definitely got to post them. We got to put them out there because it's incredible.
but they did that so you, whenever you go, whenever you walk, whenever you enjoy Disney Springs, try to find the places of that. Oh, that's the town center. There's
that whole feeling that the tunnel that you walk through where there's shops and that
yes,
whole. I mean, it does very much feels like okay, this space was something else.
yeah,
It's been repurposed, but it
repurposed in a
hasn't.
way. Yes,
It's
yes,
just it's
it is.
brilliant.
It's brilliant. So whatever. So that thing that everybody says that everything speaks in Disney in a way that they will not just only throw it, and I think that's the way they actually fixed that area, because it was an area that needed. I was trying to be revitalized because there was no story behind that. So now they found that, and I
They
think
gave it a soul. They gave it a
they,
soul.
yes, and
Yeah.
it is amazing. So there is the whole circle
It's so cool.
that we love about Points of Magic, and that's the whole intention of our show is that connecting those dots in a way that from starting our little walk in Wynwood, Miami, and going through all these different areas in there, and I know that several other examples of that, but seeing that in our happy place too, in our the revitalization that they did that, um, and you tell as again you can tell the personality of Disney Spring as compared to other Disney shopping areas that we have.
Oh, yeah.
It already planted the
And
the
it's
structure.
a pleasant experience, right? I mean, like going to Disney Springs and just walking around. I mean, once you get through the parking garage situation,
Mhm.
it's really pleasant. It's
Yeah.
just nice to walk around and stroll around and window shop and grab a little snack and a drink and bring
Yeah,
an
but-
umbrella
yes.
just in case.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow. Thanks God, I'll be. It's been a while that I don't visit Orlando. And I'm going to be tomorrow.
I know.
It's gonna be only for 2 days, buddy. Sorry, but
You can bring some sourdough with you.
it's true. It's true. But you know one
Still-
thing. The only thing
so great
about
for the
Zack the
sourdough.
Baker, and as everything is so
Zack the Baker.
it's so natural because he only
Yeah.
goes to natural organic things. You have to eat the sourdough really fast because it becomes a rock in 2 days.
Oh, well, yeah, sourdough is like that. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta, once you break that shell open, break that loaf, you gotta eat it.
You had to eat
You
it.
gotta eat
Yeah.
it. Or you can use it for breadcrumbs, and that's delicious too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Buddy.
Now I'm
that-
hungry. I don't know about you.
No, I'm controlling. And people probably would tell is
Yeah,
I'm
you're
still
melting away.
No, I'm going slowly, but
Good.
there's still some
Getting
area
in
to
your
cover.
swimsuit condition.
Yeah. I'm losing my pants. I need
Sounds
new
like that
belts.
show.
I'm losing my
Yeah.
pants. Buddy. And that was it. That was our fourth installment of the Points
was
of
it.
Magic.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
the only thing I have to bring in, I have to remind everybody that are we doing the curtain call?
Oh, I didn't even send. Yeah, we should.
Okay, so we do have the curtain call right
Yeah,
after
we should
this.
do. We need to do that. I didn't put a link out there, but I'll post a link in the not so super secret Facebook group. I will post a link in our. Well, it will just show up if you're a member of the community here on YouTube. It will just show up for you on the YouTube
Yeah.
channel. But I'll post a link. I'll post a link so you guys can kind of zoom back in.
You know that I'm live in Conexão, Florida right now, but it's a
Are
recorded
you? It's
one.
like you're like in multiple places at the same time.
It's a recorded one. But there's another thing that I have to remember everybody.
Oh, that's right, Gilligan.
It's our California adventure. If you know, if you're not aware of our cruise in October 15, departing from Los Angeles and having 7 amazing nights in California, including stops in San Francisco, Santa Barbara, Catalina Island, San Diego, and that place in Mexico that I always forget the name. You forgot it too?
Oh, Ensenada.
Ensenada.
Yeah.
So join us. Join us is
Mozzarella.
our. Please send a mess if you're not aware or if you're interested in joining us in that cruise. I know there's a lot of our friends here in the audience that are already joining.
Yeah.
us.
If you're here with us and you're going,
Mhm.
you know, say I'm going or something. Give in a little
Yes.
comment there because people may be surprised how many people here are going. And I got to tell you, like pretty soon we got to nail down a couple of these excursions.
Mhm.
So the biggest thing about like nailing down these excursions is the bus, is the shuttle, is like the getting the shuttle to take you to the place. And buses come in different sizes, so we need to we're gonna have to certify the group, which may mean if you don't get in soon, it's not like you can't come on the cruise still. It just there may not be room on the bus to
Mhm.
get to the fun things. So
Which
this
includes
is
a
important.
stop in Stowe. I never also
Solvang.
Stoven, yeah.
Solvang, where we're gonna get some. Whoa, oh my gosh!
No, don't, yeah.
The
That's why the
Danish.
reason I'm on diet is just because of that stop.
Oh my gosh!
And then San Francisco going to the
San Francisco,
Disney Family
Disney
Museum,
Family Museum,
and
all by
in
yourselves.
and in San Diego for the
We're gonna go over to the Del
Coronado,
Coronado and do a little
or
tour over there, and then maybe
or
down
the
to the
zoo.
Gaslamp District, or go to the zoo, or both, because we're there until 11 p.m. or midnight.
Yeah, I need to go to the zoo. I never been to the zoo, San Diego Zoo, and I always said I've already been to San Diego many times and never to the zoo. I have to do that. I'm crazy about zoos.
It's a lot. It's on the other side of town from where Del Coronado. Del Coronado is like, well, ocean, and the zoo is like over there.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
and I hiccup.
but we're gonna go singing, and this is great. And we're gonna have an amazing time. Candida, my wife is joining us, which is for me is great because it's our first.
She's officially joining us.
Yes, it's going to be our first trip as empty nester. So we're going to be important and almost close to my 42nd birthday.
Oh, okay.
Buddy,
it was fun.
I'll
see you behind the curtain.
Yes. So if you people don't know, join us for the curtain call right after this show.
Yeah.
Buddy, thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy.
It's getting better every time. We already have some prepared for the 5th show, and we're going to talk about
Oh, yeah, we do.
secret plans in Magic Kingdom. That is something.
That's a special thing.
Yep.
Hmm?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.